This is Damon Stevens with Wealth Builders. Today is Monday, October 17, 2022, and the stock market update for trades of the day. And what a day it is. My goodness. Bulls are in full force, rocking this market to highs. So October, mid-October, where we talked about, typically you see a high. We are definitely getting that high. We are running strong. So hopefully you're taking advantage of that. Hopefully you're liking your long-term portfolios as well, at least for the next few days while we're in this nice little bull run here. Huge gaps up overnight. Look tomorrow, same play as today. Look for a little pullback and a run. Now be careful. We got some some overhead up front here where we're hitting close to 375. Hit 375, we may could be a trap too, where you could have the rug pulled out from underneath you. So just be careful out there for trading. But boy, look at the bulls run. So we'll see what happens as we get close to that 200-day moving average on the weekly view to see do we stall out there and pull back again, or can we break through it and just start this nice little bull run here before the next pullback? So just let's get into it. Take a look at some charts, see what's going on. So you can see Dow Jones up 1.86%, NASDAQ up 3.43%, and S&P 500 up 0.265%. Green across the board. So financials, good reports, earnings reports coming out. Netflix just killed it today, man. It just skyrocketed. It has earnings coming out here this weekend. So just rocking. Tesla did really well as well. It has earnings coming up. So just really strong market right now. Our scanner, we did have Acor, but the volume was great. But just again, things under $1, I typically don't chase. Now, if you look at the market overall, it looks, from a chart standpoint, it looks pretty well flat. But we had a huge gap up and a run, and it continues to run after hours. And wait till the morning. You're gonna like it if you're long on the market. Looking at the E-mini futures right now, you see here just a nice huge rocket ride, right? So this morning, here we're down here at around 36.50, and we're at 37.65 right now. So $100 move on the E-mini futures. So rocket ride city, here we come. You see a little bit of a pullback here, so we'll see. Do we get some support here? As long as we, even if we come back here and check in down to this area where we broke out for the night, we could, look for a possible bull run. Now, if we do break below yesterday's high, then, we could be coming back down, and maybe this is just a nice run up, and then we're to just take some profits and then collapse back down. But you see here, we talked about this chart here. So this is 2007, 2008. Had this nice little bull run here. So we came down, tested this area, spiked a little bit, and ran up here to the top, and then broke down again. So if you look here, we came down here, tested the lows here, and spiked it down, and now we're running up this candle. So can we run up to 39.50, maybe even 4,000 on the E-mini futures, and maybe 400 on SPY? That's to be seen, but right now we are rocking it. So it's just climbing this candle. And you see, we kind of did the same thing here. So it looks like we may have a repeat here. So, if the bulls keep running, look for, a retest here, this high here of this candle. And if that's the case, just be careful that we could have a repeat and of 2008. And again, even though the Fed's now, it's funny because, good news is bad news is good news. But, now it doesn't matter. No news, the bulls are running. So, obviously, we still have tons of shorts out there. Lots of people are shorting this market more than ever. But they're taking profits now. They're buying now and running it up. So we'll see what happens. And, seasonally, we'll talk about this. But here's, since 1946, seasonally on the S&P 500, you get this nice huge bull run here towards the mid of October. And then you have this dump here towards November. And then you have the run up, into the year. So not saying this is what's going to happen, but, is this bull run that we're seeing right now? Very well could be. But just be aware, seasonally, typically we have a pullback again. And actually you see here typically new lows. So just something that's on the docket. Doesn't mean it's going to happen, but something, just historically watch for. Looking at the news here coming into Tuesday, not a lot that possibly would swing the market one way or the other. On Wednesday, we do have building permits and housing starts, which is important to know as far as if the economy is really cooling. And then Thursday, initial jobless claims. That's going to be important. Manufacturing index is important. And then Friday, inflation expectations for 5 to 10 years. This will be important as well. So here's what's expected. So we'll see, if this is expected to be 3.1% and it comes out to like 3.4 or 5 or something more, very well, could swing all this gain right now and a nice big dump at the end of the week, which, would be great if you're on both sides of that market. Boy, ride it up and ride it down. You can make a killing. So just be careful if you're trading out there. Watch your size. Definitely subscribe if you haven't subscribed to our channel. Love to continue to bring these videos to you and help you prepare for the market. So definitely share that with your family and friends. And then let's get into it. And then also on finwealthlive.com. This is our website. There's a link for a free chat and daily watch list. So go out there, check that out. And that way you can be connected with us and see, what we're looking at trading for the day, when we're getting in, when we're getting out. And then also, if you do want to become a member and join the full committee, the full group here, you'll get access to live training courses, including masterclass, multiple techniques on how to trade the market, and then group training and one-on-one. So this would be your dashboard that you get. But let's look at earnings. So earnings here, the things that we're looking at this week. Tuesday on the close, Netflix, United Airlines. Those are my two here on the close tomorrow. Netflix having a run up right now, and the market just going nuts today. So hopefully you caught some of that. And then on Wednesday, P&G in the morning, and the afternoon, big one again, Tesla, IBM, and then Sands for entertainment to kind of see what's going on. And then last quarter, WD-40 just killed it. So watching that one to see, do we have a play there or did it kind of run its course? But keep an eye on that one as well. Thursday, Snapchat. I'll watch Sammy Adams a little bit. I'm curious about BJ's and how some entertainment's going, and Alaska Airlines as well. I didn't mark it, but looking at Alaska Airlines, they're probably down. Then Friday, Verizon, American Express. So we have some really good names coming out. The following week, next week, really some big names. So we're getting right into the earnings season. Expect a lot of big swings in the market, and take advantage of these stocks right now because they're just providing a lot of opportunity right now. Looking at Netflix here, I want to show you Netflix. So Netflix kind of been in this range here. This is kind of the top range, this 252 came down here. So if you're a range trader, when you break out here and you go to range, you're shorting here, buying and selling here, and then you're buying long, and you're shorting again, and then you're buying long, and then back and forth. And so you see just kind of, that's how you take advantage of this. But otherwise, if you don't like chop, you just stay out until we get a breakout or a breakdown. So we've been in this range and we just skyrocketed this last couple of days all the way up here towards the highs here. So if we break this 250 area, 252 area, we might start running up here towards our upper deviation band, which also starts to fill this gap here. You see we have a huge gap left over from April that has not been filled. And very likely, here's the 200-day moving average. Very likely, if we break out of here, we may make that run. And it's possible with earnings that they may use that as an excuse to run this up there. But if earnings don't meet the expectations, then look for a possible sell-off. But right now, obviously, going into earnings, very bullish right now is how the market's feeling. Oxy, try to get over a resistance area here on top of this candle, and then obviously failed. But we really need to get up here. So we'll see, can Oxy get in here? This is kind of engulfing these two candles, but not this one here, this breakdown candle, this breakup candle. So we'll see, can we break out, head toward the highs? If we get over 69, we got a breakout. If not, we could retrace back to the bottom of this candle here. It would be found around 64. So just be aware of both those options. Tesla, you can see it's consolidating here last several days. Got to really break above this 220 area to start to run up and break out of this and head towards the 20-day moving average. If not, we could just stay range bound in there. But with earnings, probably something catalyst is going to break us either to the upside or downside. Apple kind of still in this range here. We got this huge candle here. We're within the range of that candle, so possibly could retrace back to the bottom of this, or we got to break out, above the 20 at 145 to start running higher. Nvidia consolidating here as well at the bottom towards these lows. Didn't break above this candle or the resistance area, so we got to get back above 120 here to get out of this current zone that we're in. Microsoft did break out, went up towards the 20-day moving average. So if we can break above 239, we possibly can get a run towards the 50-day moving average at 249. If not, we may retrace back to this bottom of this candle or somewhere in the mid range. 10-year yield, strong pullback here. As long as this remains strong, the market may struggle here. You see a little bit of a pullback going on right now, which gives momentum to the market to move. If you look at the 2-year, it's probably, it's pulling back as well. So you see this pullback here. That's what's allowing this market to have a little run. Same with the dollar. Dollar pulling back below that 20-day moving average. Again, as dollar pulls back, gold goes up, stocks go up. And so if we look here, gold's next. There's gold going back up. It is in this range. You see we've kind of been trapped here. Broke down and broke above it, but we're just kind of trapped in this range for right now. So we got to get really, above the 20-day moving average, get out above the 1682 area or break below 1640 to start headed back down towards the lows again. VIX pulling back still, found support off the 20 and bounce. So that's where you got to be careful. If we continue to bounce off that 20, very well, the market could come back and retrace everything. And you can see kind of where the VIXs came up, pulled back, went back up, pulled back down, went back up. And so we're kind of in this little, range area, a little bit of chop. So you just got to be aware of that and just be careful in your trades. Otherwise, you can get chopped up here if you're not getting the tops and bottoms of these trades as it kind of hits the tops and the bottoms of this range. So just something to be aware of and just be careful out there. SPY on 1 hour. See on this 1 hour, just rocketing almost a 370 right now. 371.20 would be resistance. If we break that, then we're on a rocket right here. Well, here actually, after hours, as we talked about, we're more up here towards this upper deviation band 375. So we're up here in this range area. So 380 would be the next range. But if the market's running, I mean, it's running and blowing through all this resistance level. So just be aware of that. But it can also drop real fast, as you can see what it did here back in October, where we just had 3 days, just a massive sell-off. Look at these huge candles back here, October 22nd. Actually here, October 13th. Look at these huge candles. So just be aware that the market could turn tomorrow. But right now in the evening, it's pumping hard. Daily, breaking up here again. 382 is kind of where the 50-day moving average is. So, I mean, it's going to try to head up there. On a weekly, should have some resistance as it gets up towards this 373, but nope. 388, 389. That's going to be the area that's going to try to run to on the weekly chart. Triple Qs, nice and bullish. Look for resistance around, this 277 area for resistance. On a weekly chart, busting out of here. 20-day moving average, 200-day moving average, 277.60. So that should be resistance. If it blows through it, it's going to run up, keep running up towards that 100-day moving average. IWM, bullish, like everything is bullish right now. Financials, breaking through 50-day moving average. If it's getting above 32.21, it's going to continue to right up here towards 33. But, looking at what things are, how they're working today, fully expect that we're going to get that run. Bitcoin, now that we kind of changed here as well, the market's going up. I expect, Bitcoin's going to try to retest this, 20,000 level area again and see if we can break out. We got to break out and hold it for a few days if we're going to keep a bull run going here. Ethereum, hopefully Ethereum can try to break above that 20 days. I'm barely above it. Next goal, 1400, break that. 1516 is next goal after that. So that's our stocks, our cryptos. See, we're looking at the market. Market is rocking, so just be careful out there. Make sure you lock profits in, because the bears might not. They might be waiting, and we might not have hit our lows again. So just be careful trading out there. Again, join our Discord, join our membership. Let's make some money together. Stay safe out there. We'll talk tomorrow night. See how your trades went, and plan our next day. Everybody have a great night.